stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright. Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run off. We hook up in my car, driving so far. Play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts.
Hey, what's up?
We were never apart.
Razor's coming over too, if he's not here already.
In the sun, or rain when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song. Dance all night long till the lights come on. It's too late now, I remember everything. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. And how careless we could be. Nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious. We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled. It's too late now, I remember everything. And how careless we could be. 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 And how careless we could be.
If I was damaged, would you love me the same? Would you vanish Or would you not be ashamed to see me manic? Would you bring me back down when I panic? Could you be my Zanny? Without the liquor, we don't know how to behave. Touch of a finger, and you can make me insane. But when I'm sober, would you love me that way? Cause I'd be lower. Don't want you to be the same. You and I, we could fly so high we'll never die. I promise you won't leave my side. You and I, we can hide. Let's just leave it all behind. I promise you won't leave my side. You and
Baby, I told ya, I can be there if you just want somebody to hold ya, huh? Tell me come over, I'll be there right away at your door like a Jehovah, huh? But you saw him perfectly perfect, I'll be there to reinstate that you worth it, huh? All of my lessons, I learned them. Now when it comes to my bridges, I burned them. Look, I'm trying to make some amends. I know you got mad when I asked you to bring in some friends. Fuck it, one of these quarantine ends, I'm taking you to go shopping in France. I'm taking you to go visit my aunts. If it's underwhelming, just make sure you pretend. You and I, 10 out of 10, can you see what I see? Maybe switch up the lens. I switch up the frame in the picture, cause we're doing everything that you could ever envision. I feel like I bust out of prison. Every time you sad and I make you happy when I visit. I feel like I'm lost in the system of working every day, but you bring me down and I'm chilling. I can never do you wrong. Let me take you far away. Take my hand if you willing.
you and I, we could fly so high we'll never die. I promise you won't leave my side. You and I, we can hide. Let's just leave it all behind. Promise you won't leave my side. You and
Standing here with the army now, I've gotten orders from the top. Pack your armor, helicopters down. In the desert it gets hot. Told us everyone would celebrate. Champagne's flat, nobody's cutting cake. Sally now, bullets flying around. Life was ordinary one. Look what war made me become.
Oh, it is live. He is live on the podcast.
Okay,
top.
we are live. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Good to see you. Chat, how are you all doing? Good to see you. Okay, so like always, before we get started, let's cover some business. So today we are finally back with Mercy Syndicate. However, we have some people who are MIA.
Let's say I don't think we may.
What's that?
I said we may have this.
Well,
I don't know about demonic.
yeah. I don't know about demonic either. He's not responding to any messages. He may have gotten
Pulled.
again. So,
Over.
which, due to the nature of his work, it is a surprise
It's a good
for
possibility.
everyone,
Yeah.
including him. So, anyways, we'll do something different today. As a matter of fact, well, here, let's cover some business stuff, and then I'll go in and change the title here. Okay, so my plan going forward is to still hold a stream on the days where we were scheduled to have a stream, but we had to cancel due to a player absent. On those days, we will hold just a shorter, like just chatting stream where we can talk about all things role play, gaming, that sort of thing. I'd like to include some player training as it applies to Fantasy Grounds, as it applies to role playing in general. And was thinking of doing some like introduction, the basics of DMing. I know both of you guys have stated that you not have an interest in learning DMing, but I'll find some people who might be interested in learning that, and we'll try to do a couple streams demonstrating some of that stuff. Granted, I'm not an expert, but I do have many, many years of experience. So even if I can just pass on, some of the do's and don'ts, that would probably be helpful to people who are starting out DMing. I'd also like to demonstrate some of the features that Fantasy Grounds uses, which is virtual tabletop that we're here. Anyways, chat, let me know what you guys would like to see as far as content along the lines. Let's see. What else? Oh, hey. Razor and Dan. You guys see over in the right-hand corner? Is there like a little icon there that looks like right next to the dice tower?
The arrow?
Is there like a little furnace somewhere on there?
No.
All right.
No, I see. Oh, yeah. No, I don't see anything.
Wonder if
Nope,
it's,
no, nothing on the dice tower.
wonder if it's malfunctioning. Well, all right. So there's a cool thing. I'll have to figure out why it's not working because it shows that it loaded successfully. So I'll have to figure out why it's not activating. I didn't see anything in the options here to turn it on or off.
I just saw it in the chat.
Yes,
That's awesome.
it is a dice.
Well, I got to figure out how to turn that on. Do we have to turn that on?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm. It didn't say anything in the instructions about it, so I don't know. I'll look here in a second. I looked earlier and I didn't see anything in the options for turning that on. So
Where is it at?
it's supposed to be right next to the dice tower, and it's supposed to look like a little.
Well,
It's
I was gonna say your picture's in the way on this podcast, but
No, it should be on ours. So
Yeah.
he loaded a module.
Yeah. But anyways, I'll look at that in just a second. But anyways, yeah, when our dice are being naughty, I've loaded a thing that will actually go in and melt them. Because sometimes your dice just melted.
yeah, I mean that's fine. But sometimes they do. They just need to be thrown away and not used ever again.
Yeah. Well, supposedly the way this thing works too is when you can tell it to like throw your dice away, and it'll re-roll all of your dice like 100 times, and then it picks the color that gave you the best roll.
Nice.
So, anyways. All right. So, as far as our current streaming schedule, we are scheduled for Fridays 7 to 10. I'm gonna have to figure out that slot there because we're having some problems with our Friday group. Saturday is going to be 7 to 10 Eastern for Fated Chosen, and which is our all new player. And speaking of which, tomorrow we do have a new newbie joining the group. So we're excited to have her. Sunday Fun Day, which is our mostly experienced group, 30 to 6:30 Eastern. So, and for all of that. Now, this Sunday, our stream will be starting much earlier. So normally we run 3:30 to 6:30, but this Sunday, I think we're 11:30 to 2:30. Princess, remember? Yeah, type in chat if you're paying attention. Okay. 11:30 Eastern. She just confirmed. All right. So, anyways, we'll be running a little bit earlier this Sunday due to again a player schedule. Remember that you can find all of our VODs at YouTube at the podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter at _paw_cast, and then here on Twitch at the podcast. And you can also send me your emails, your fan art, whatever you want. Hot pictures. No animals. I don't want animals. Anyways, you can send that to the podcast20 at gmail.com. Again, that's the podcast and the number 20 at gmail.com. Oh, God. Here comes Paw. Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello? Damn it. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. I've been seeing some dumb shit on the computer this week. I was watching some TV programs on this thing that's called YouTube. And I seen some dudes who were trying to show us all what big pussies they are by running around and they eat these really hot chips and like chili peppers and hot sauces and stuff like that, and they just run around and screaming like little sissies. You know, it just makes me so darn mad that these kids' parents aren't, bringing these kids up the right way. You know what I'm saying, Dan? Like, you're about as an old, you're kind of an old fucker like me, right? Like, you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, like these kids' parents are not bringing the kids up right. And I saw like on the little comments and stuff on some of these videos about someone saying that they're like snowflakes or something like that. So today I'm going to show you how to take some real pain like a real tough guy instead of this sissy stuff, right? Bringing the heat. All right. So Pa's going to melt the snowflake right out of you. I was once told that you got to lead by example. So let's do this. All right. So I was thinking about how I was going to show y'all like how not to be big wusses. I came across this article. Hang on a second. I got to pull this picture up here. All right. So I'll let you guys see this here too. All right. So came across this article about this thing called the Scoville heat scale. All right. And it was named after some dude named Wilbur Scoville, and he used to get his ass kicked all the time because he was named Wilbur. Every time he got his ass kicked, he made himself eat a chili pepper until he stopped being a sissy, which is what I'm trying to show the kids today. All right. So now we take a look at this scale here, and we see that that old Wilbur. Hang on, I got too many damn windows open here. All right, so we look at the scale here, right, and we see that old Wilbur got his ass kicked 1,400,000 to 2,200,000 times before he'd man up enough to eat one of these Carolina Reapers. You see this right here? The top right there, the Carolina Reaper. He had to get his ass kicked almost 2 million times before he'd eat one of those. All right. Now, we look down here. Okay, some of these other chilies here. So, for example, the Anaheim pepper. Yeah. So he only had to get his ass kicked 500 to 2,500 times before he'd man up enough to eat one of those. Okay, so this is the Scoville heat scale. Now, I'm going to show you guys that you don't need to get your ass kicked one single time to eat one of these things. We're going to call it the Pawville heat scale and stop bringing up sissies. Okay? All right. So, the first pepper that we're going to sample here is the Poblano. Okay? Now, when we look at the chart here, we see that the Poblano has got a Scoville scale of 1,000 to 1,500. So you're going to see that I don't have to get my ass kicked even one time to eat this Poblano, all right? So here we go, Poblano. Okay. All right. Ooh, yeah, that fucker packed some heat. That packed some heat, chat. That was some heat. But you know what? I'm not crying or nothing, right? You don't see any like tears coming down my eyes. Have a little drink here.
Let's
Wash
have
that
some
down.
milk.
Yeah. I'm washing these things down with an adult beverage. Okay. All right. So the next thing that we see here, okay, over here on the right, we see this thing called the Tabasco pepper. 30,000 to 50,000. Okay. So that I'm going to make the Tabasco pepper. I'm going to show you that these guys that you see on YouTube hopping around and sweating and crying, wiping their eyes. Okay. I'm not going to show you the label on this, but you guys know what this is, right? All right. So hang on. And we mix that up in the pepper. Okay. Yep. Pepper. We got Tabasco pepper. Here we go. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Yep. That was some hot shit right there. But you see how I just handled 50,000 Scovilles right there? Wasn't hopping around. I wasn't crying. Okay, now let's look up here. You see this one right here, up on the top, just under that scorpion one, the chocolate habanero. The chocolate habanero, 425,000 to 577,000 Scoville units. It's getting hot in this room. Okay. I happen to have one of these. You just break off a chunk of it. All right. Okay, chat. See, we got a chocolate habanero right there. Oh, damn. Oh, doggy. Look, I'm just chewing up. Look, there's still some more there. I'm gonna finish that shit. Yeehaw! Hot Skippy, man. That's some hot shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was some hot shit. Hold on. But do you see me running around crying? My face all red? Am I getting all crazy? No. No, I'm not. All right. Get hot in here. Okay. Now, the ghost pepper. You know, it took me a long damn time to find me one of these ghost peppers. I had to go out in the backyard, and I was out there, like, searching for a long, long time. Long time. They're hard to find, you know, they're invisible, right? Because they're ghost peppers. But anyways, I got one. So, here we go, chat. Here it is right there. See it? Ghost pepper. It's hard to see, I know. They're invisible. It's a ghost. All right, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Oh. All right. We're going to do one more here. I'm going to skip over that Trinidad scorpion one there. I've had enough interaction with scorpions over the last couple of weeks, so we're gonna pass on that one. But we're gonna go straight to the top here with the Carolina Reaper. All right, Carolina Reaper. Here we go. Now, help me choke this thing down, Carolina Reaper. Okay, chat. Carolina Reaper. Help me choke this thing down. A little bit of ketchup on there, because like I remember I told you all, likes to put ketchup on everything. So, a little bit of ketchup. Okay. Now, this is going to get intense, guys, and if you see some of the skin sloughing off my face, don't be freaking out, okay? Don't be running around screaming and shit. I can handle it. That's what this is a lesson for. All right, here we go. Mm-mm. Lord. Mm-mm. Man, glad to put some ketchup on that. Been a bit much. Sorry, chat. Hang on. I got snot running out my damn nose from that. Okay. Now, all you youngins, you just watch me do that. Melted the snow right out of all of us. Okay. That's how you don't be a sissy, okay? All right. Let's talk about some Pathfinder. Hang on. Okay. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. All right. You guys there?
Yeah, I'm not good with heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. When I was thinking about doing that, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, but I seen all these like hot challenges and stuff, and I was like,
Well, may not be hot going down, but it's going to be hot going out.
yeah. There's the double cry. Not looking forward to the double cry. Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm gonna go in and change the title here of our stream. Give me 1 second. There it is. All right. Okay, so we have updated. So, guys, hey, Nyrageous, if you want to jump into chat, we're switching gears here since we don't have our players to play. So, we're going to do some chit chat about playing role play games, Fantasy Grounds, Pathfinder, D&D, whatever you guys want to talk about. So, a couple of things. Chat, if you guys have any questions about these topics, please don't be bashful. Go ahead and throw those up in chat. Outrageous, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Good evening.
welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Let me turn you up just a hair.
How you guys doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Yeah, we're here. Doing good.
Can't complain. Work week's over. At least for me.
Oh, there we go. I was like, why can't I turn you up? But then I was in the wrong window is why. There we go.
All
Turn you
right.
up. Razor up a little.
All right.
Okay. So, Razor, let me start with you. Coming into this, you had a little bit of experience playing role play before, right?
A little bit, yeah.
How like to the tune of what? Like how many?
I'd say about 6 months. One campaign.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean that's a decent amount.
But
What
in D&D,
that was D&D.
not in Star. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Nyrageous, you were completely brand new, right?
Yeah, brand new. My gaming has just been video games to this point.
Okay. And Dan, you've actually played for a while, right? When did you start playing?
Yeah. I started, I don't know what year it was, but it was like second edition D&D, and then played third and 3.5 and fourth, and now fifth. And then I've been in a Starfinder campaign, which is, Pathfinder 5,000 years in the future in space
Right.
for about a year now.
How are you liking that?
It's actually kind of cool. It's different, completely different from really this and from D&D.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought Pathfinder would have lined a lot more with the rules up to it, but I don't know. Maybe it's more first edition Pathfinder. But it's completely different as far as everything goes because you're spaceships and you actually have to fly ships and pilot them and be a captain and laser guns and all of that cool thing.
So does it have you like do you have like skills like manning like the starship guns?
So the
and
skills
stuff,
kind of line up a lot with this, but they're different. Like there's computer skills and there's it's like it's more in line with more of a technological future than the Dungeons and Dragons and old school stuff. I'm trying to find
You trying to find?
my guy.
Oh.
Oh, my guy is an operative. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Test. Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
There we go.
There you go.
I guess it helps to unmute my mic, right?
Sometimes.
Oh Lord. See, those peppers, they threw me off. All right. Okay, well that all sounds like pretty cool. So you've got these skills and stuff that are kind of similar to the skills that these Pathfinder players have now. Or these Pathfinder characters have now, but you're using them in a sci-fi setting.
Pretty much.
Okay. So I'll show this window to chat here. So Dan, I'm just pulling your character up and showing chat what that looks like. So this is the skills tab of Dan's character sheet, and you can see his skills here start with acrobatics and then arcana, athletics, crafting, deception, diplomacy, so on and so forth, all the way down, stealth, survival, thievery. And each of these skills tie into a primary attribute. Okay, the attributes being strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Now, when Dan was making his character, he went in and decided using like selection points, if you will. It's not really a point system on this, but based upon like classes that you use and so on and so forth, you you basically select like what attributes you're wanting to beef up and stuff. Hey Duo, welcome. How are you?
Hey, I made it. Well, I'm late, but I'm here.
Awesome. All right. Well, we've gone ahead and changed gears here. So we're just doing some like talking role play. This system, Fantasy Grounds, Pathfinder, so on and so forth. Now, Duo, is this your first experience in role play?
No, I've had a little bit over the years.
Okay.
Not any long campaign or anything, like 2 or 3 sessions.
Okay, so more like one-off type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, those of you that have played D&D, how do you feel, or like, how do you like the, or what do you think the difference is between Pathfinder and D&D, and how do you like, one versus the other, or what do you think what are your thoughts between the two? Compare them.
Between Pathfinder and D&D?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm liking Pathfinder more, honestly. I feel like you can do a lot more in a turn than you can with D&D.
And you're talking about 5th edition, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, you've had quite a bit between the two. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's to me I mean the role playing side of it is all the same. It's it's everything else about it that's different, so it's all new to me. So it's just taking time to learn how it plays. I'm maybe in the lower side, but I actually really like 5th edition. A lot of people say it's too simple, but I like it. So
Yeah, and like I've run them both, and I, there's strengths and weaknesses to both, or like all
yep,
rule sets. One of the things that I like about D&D is its simplicity, as far as so D&D 5th edition. I think, especially for a GM, it's easier for you to run the role play aspect of your campaign because the skills and all the dice rolls and everything are very simplified. So you're not having to put so much focus into like the rules and stuff like that. Instead, you can focus on your story. Does that make sense?
yep,
Whereas with Pathfinder, I think Pathfinder gives a little bit more immersion into your character as a player, because you do have more like skill groups and things like that. Kind of what I'm seeing on it. Too. What do you think between the two, Razor?
I'm here. Oh, there you go. Sorry. I was trying to talk, but I was muted.
Ah,
I don't have a lot of experience in either one. As of right now, I'm leaning towards like Dan, towards D&D, but that's where I have most of my experience. So
yeah.
I haven't fully we started and then stuff happened. So
Yeah,
I mean, I do like Pathfinder. We haven't done enough of it for me to really compare it to the 6 months I did with D&D.
Yeah. I mean, we've basically had, I think, four 4 sessions outside of the like intro, tower stuff that we did. So yeah, I mean, it hasn't been a whole lot there. How do you guys? What are your thoughts on running like the virtual tabletop versus like in person?
I mean, most of what I do right now, well, not most, all of the ones I do right now are online.
Uh huh.
So this is the first time I've tried Fantasy Grounds. And so obviously there's a learning curve, but so far it's actually kind of cool. But I've done a whole bunch of different methods, Roll20 and a couple other tabletop, but this is the first time I've done this one.
What
It's cool. I do everything online.
what virtual? What other tabletops are you using?
I'd have to look them up. It's been a minute. What was the
Roll20 is what I used to use.
yeah,
Foundry or
Roll20 is
something?
what we primarily use, and D&D Beyond now actually has a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that ties directly into Roll20 and stuff, so it actually makes it easier. That's the one that we primarily use for all of our D&D stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, for the Starfinder one, we're using that one too.
I've used them both. Roll20 is obviously probably a little bit cheaper because it's just a web-based access. But, if you're running a campaign, you've got to go in and buy all the books and stuff. What sucks is like all of the books that I've bought for Roll20 don't carry over. So like when you go and for like the old school like tabletop, you'd go and buy the books and you had the books and it didn't matter like whose house you were playing at or whatever, you were packing this duffel bag around of books. Here with all the virtual stuff, it's a bit different because your books pretty much are exclusive to whatever virtual tabletop you're operating on. Now, so there are like some stuff like Paizo, for example. If you buy the books there, they'll give you like a PDF version of it, and on top of that, you can carry it over to Fantasy Grounds and some stuff like that. So, but anyways, I've used Roll20. Fantasy Grounds to me is a lot. There's just a lot more with it that you can do. All of the integrated character sheets with the maps, the map pins, and stuff like that. So, for example, Chad, I'll show you here. You set these maps up, and you can see I've got these pins here. And what I've done is I create these little hyperlinks for now. If you buy modules, a lot of these are already pre-made. So actually, this is a pre-made right here. But even for your own maps that you build, you can do the same thing. So you create your, different chapters, if you will, I guess, like your little encounters and all that stuff. And anyways, and then you can just drag and drop those hyperlinks right onto the map, and it creates a pin right there. And so when I click that pin, you can see it pulls up the whole chapter, including, the encounters that you've built in. So if I click that encounter, here's all my monsters, and then I can just click that arrow right there, and it dumps it all to the combat tracker for me. And it populates them, on the map right here, so we can go straight to combat. So there's a lot of like cool stuff with the maps, including too where the you've got like this line of sight lighting. Okay, so I always run this outside of player vision preview mode for chat, so that you guys can see the whole map and kind of see what these guys are doing. But to the player, this is what they're seeing. So they don't see inside these rooms or anything like that until they go into them. You can see, like, if I move Demonic's character here, he can see around inside that room. But for example, when I click on Lilithia is not inside that room, so she can see through the doorway, see a part of the room right there, and she can see this room that she's in. So anyways, there's some cool like lighting effects and stuff like that, and those are all created by coming in here and creating these line of sight walls, right? So you go in and on your map, wherever there's a wall, you just come in and you drag these wall lines like that, okay? And that creates like a barrier that the light will not pass through, the token light, if you will. And you can go in and do the same thing with that. You can do like terrain. You can create doors. So these are doors right here, and they open and close. So when I go into the play mode here, when I close that, now Ethel can't see in there. But when I open it, now Ethel can. So anyways, you go and you set all of your maps up. So it takes a lot of time when you're doing your custom maps, but the end result is very, very cool interactive map that the players can go through and explore. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else on the agenda here. I wanted to also find out what your guys' thoughts were as far as the fantasy setting. Dan, you said that you're playing a sci-fi setting. What are your guys' thoughts between like doing the typical kind of elf, dwarf, magic, that kind of stuff, or more of a like Star Wars or sci-fi type setting? What do you guys favor there?
I favor the fantasy more than sci-fi. Even though I'm a big Star Trek, Star Wars, and all those, but
I haven't done a sci-fi one, but so far I like fantasy.
Right.
I did play Gamma World. That's like a post-apocalyptic, has like mutations and stuff in it.
Okay.
That one was pretty cool.
I've never had a preference either way. I enjoyed fantasy and sci-fi worlds equally. I mean, there's franchises out there I enjoy on both sides of the coin immensely.
Yeah. Well, and I've had experience, playing and running both, and like I really enjoy both sides. I haven't run. Well, so I did run like a homebrew, kind of like a post-apocalyptic type setting, using Savage Worlds, and I think the campaign setting was a good one. I think the story premise was good. I don't think that Savage Worlds was the right rule set to use with it. But I like Star Wars. I love running Star Wars and playing Star Wars. The old West End Games D6. Dan, have you ever played that one? I think I've asked you that before, and you said that you hadn't.
Which one was that?
The West End Games Star Wars, the D6.
yeah, I definitely
system.
haven't done that one.
A while ago we did a Star Wars one, but it didn't last very long. And then, like I put in chat way back in the day in like '90 when I was over in Korea, we did a DC Comics hero,
Oh yeah.
superhero, and I don't remember what it was called, but yeah.
Cool. Right on. All right. Well, hey, like I said, we're going to cut this one short tonight, guys. Just because was not really prepared to do a just chatting session. We were planning on gaming tonight. Fortunately, that didn't pan out. Tomorrow, we will be playing Fated Chosen. So same bat time, same bat place. We'll be starting at 7 Eastern. with Fated Chosen, as they are exploring the trials and tribulations of the Magambia Magic School, and then again Sunday, as they're exploring the tombs in Wati, I think it is. Acropolis in Wati. Anyways, all right. So, hey, guys, I'm going to mute you real fast while I say goodbye to chat here, and then I'll come back to you and we'll talk, okay? I'll be back in a
All right.
All right. So, hey, chat, sorry about the short stream tonight. Again, was kind of caught a little off guard. I do want to do some more of these, but have some more material prepped for it and kind of have an agenda as far as, discussing, different aspects of Fantasy Grounds or the virtual tabletop. Maybe try to get some different guests in here to talk gaming in general. And maybe even doing like some just, super casual, like kind of training stuff. So anyways, drop some comments. Let me know if you guys think that that's a good idea and if you'd like to see some of that stuff. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Catch you later. Peace out. Bye. Bye. Bye.